Hi, I'm Wade Wingler with the Indata Project at Easter Seals Crossroads in Indiana. You know, recently we've spent a lot of time kind of digging under the hood into Apple products, learning more about some of the built-in accessibility features. And we found one recently that's not incredibly well documented. I mean, it's out there, but it's not really well known among the accessibility community yet. And so here's a feature that is built into the Safari browser that makes it easier to access information on the internet. I know a lot of the websites that people go to will sometimes have a lot of ads, some fairly complicated menu systems down the side of the screen or across the top, and if you're a user of a magnification program or a screen reader, sometimes that's just a lot of extra information that you're not interested in at that moment. So we're going to go on the screen here and we're going to look at a new feature in Safari that makes that a little bit easier. And so if you want to look right over here, I'm running just a standard Macintosh computer and I've got the Safari browser up and running here. And if I, for example, go to CNN, so www.cnn.com, you'll see a pretty busy web page. You'll see there's some ads, there's a scroll or a ticker across the top, and some things that are interesting. In the menu bar right up here, you'll also see an RSS button. Now, we're not going to talk so much about RSS today, but that allows you to click on any website that has an RSS or a news feed and follow those news stories in your news reader built into Safari. And for example, this will show you other stories that are available from that RSS feed. However, if you go to a website where there's an article, so for example, if I click right here on this article, I still have CNN, I still have, some ads and some social media things around the side, but this is a fairly busy screen. But in the top, right up here where that RSS button was, we now have a reader button. The Safari reader is smart enough to know that this is a website that has an article. And if I click that reader button, it reformats my screen and only gives me that article. It gets rid of all the ads, gets rid of all the social media and all those kind of things, which makes it more accessible to people who are using a screen reader. So for example, if I'm using magnification, it makes it much easier to have a screen without all that extra data on it. Or if I'm using a screen reader like the built-in voiceover program that comes on your Mac, let's see, Command F5 will start that program. And I'll turn the volume up a little bit. It'll read that article.
Safari. Stocks. Sell first. Ask questions later. Clickable. U.S. stock market. Link image. Click the chart for more market data. New York. CNN Money. U.S. stocks plunged sharply Monday. The first Wall Street reaction to the United States losing its coveted AAA credit rating. All three major...
So again, to make that work, I just clicked on the reader button at the top of the Safari browser. I can also do Command Shift and R. So Command Shift R will open up that reader for screen reader users or folks who are using the keyboard. And what that does is allows you to get to those articles and that long form information that's really of interest to you and skip past all the navigation, the ads, and things like that. And a simple escape key, when you're finished, will go back to your regular Safari viewing mode where you can access the browser like you normally would. So that's just one more thing that's built into the Apple operating system, Mac OS X Lion or Snow Leopard, to give you access to those things with Safari. So that's your tech tip for this week. I'm Wade Wingler with the Indata Project in Indiana.